Let me explain about renewable energy. Pathway of energy. The very first energy source was the sun. Later a lightning strike sparked a fire. Fire was then used for many uses, from cooking to an additional source of heat and light. Wood is the main source of energy, which is later replaced by coal. Coal is now being replaced by the oil and gas. Now, due to insufficient availability and price hike, people started of thinking and using several alternative sources of energy like solar, wind, tidal, geothermal energy. Growing energy needs. Energy is essential to all human societies. All industrial process requires energy. Due to population growth, the world is facing energy deficit. Due to luxurious lifestyle, fossil fuels like coal, oil and natural gas, and are not going to last for many years. Renewable and non-renewable energy sources. 1. Renewable energy resources. Natural resources can be regenerated continuously and are inexhaustible. Example: solar energy, wind energy. 2. Non-renewable energy resources. Natural resources which cannot be regenerated once they are exhausted. Example: coal, petroleum, natural gas, and nuclear fuels. One. Solar energy. The energy that we get directly from the sun is called solar energy. The sun releases enormous amount of energy in the form of heat and light. Several techniques are available for collecting, converting and using solar energy. 1. Solar cells and 2. Solar heat collectors are generally used. Benefits. Solar cells are noise and pollution free. Solar water heater, cookers, etc. not require any other fuel. Solar cells can be used in remote and isolated areas, forests, hilly regions. Solar cells. Solar cells consist of a P-type semiconductor and N-type semiconductor. When the solar rays fall on the top layer of N-type semiconductor, the electrons from the valence band get promoted to the conduction band and cross the p-n junction into P-type semiconductor. Thereby potential difference between two layers is created, which causes flow of electrons. When a large number of solar cells are connected in series, it forms a solar battery. Solar thermal collectors. A solar thermal collector collects heat by absorbing sunlight. Solar water heating. It consists of an insulated box inside of which is painted with black paint provided with a glass lid to receive and store solar heat. Inside the box it has black painted copper coil, through which cold water is allowed to flow in, which gets heated up and flows out into a storage tank. From the storage tank, water is then supplied through pipes. Next type of renewable energy we are going to discuss is about wind energy. Energy recovered from the force of the wind is called wind energy. The wind energy is harvested by making use of windmills. Windmills. The strike of blowing wind on the blades of the windmill makes it rotating continuously. The rotational motion of the blade drives a number of machines like water pump, flour mills and electric generators. Wind farms. When a large number of windmills are installed and joined together in a definite pattern, it forms a wind farm. The wind farms produce a large amount of electricity. The minimum speed required for satisfactory working of a wind generator is 15 km per hour. Advantages. It does not cause any air pollution. It is very cheap. The generation period of wind energy is low. It is made available easily in many offshore, onshore and remote areas. It is recommended to broaden the nation's energy options for new energy sources. Another renewable energy resource is ocean. Ocean energy refers to all forms of renewable energy derived from the sea. There are two main types of ocean energy technologies. 1. Tidal energy. 2. Ocean thermal energy. Tidal energy. The tidal energy can be collected by constructing a tidal barrage. During high tide, the seawater is allowed to flow into the reservoir of the barrage and rotates the turbine, which in turn produces electricity by rotating the generators. During low tide, when the sea level is low, the seawater stored in the barrage reservoir is allowed to flow into the sea and again rotates the turbine. Benefits of tidal energy. Tidal power plants do not require large areas, pollution-free, does not produce any wastes. Ocean thermal energy, OTE. There is often large temperature difference between the surface level and deeper level of the tropical oceans. This temperature difference can be utilized to generate electricity. The energy available due to the difference in temperature of water is called ocean thermal energy. Benefits of OTE. It is continuous, renewable and pollution-free. Electric power generated by OTE. Process involved in OTE production. The temperature difference should be of 20 degrees Celsius or more is required between surface water and deeper water. The warm surface water of ocean is used to boil a low boiling liquid like ammonia. The high vapor pressure of the liquid, formed by boiling, is then to turn the turbine of the generator and generates electricity. The cold water from the deeper ocean is pumped to cool and condense the vapor into liquid. High temperature and high pressure steam fields exists below the Earth's surface in many places. The energy harnessed from the high temperature present inside the Earth is called geothermal energy. A natural geyser is a mechanism that extracts heat from the Earth. In some places, we can artificially drill a hole up to the hot region, which is called as artificial geyser. Thus, the hot water, or steam coming out from the Earth is allowed to rotate the turbine of a generator to produce electricity. Benefits of geothermal energy. Power generation level is higher compared to solar and wind energies. GTE is effectively and efficiently used for direct uses such as hot water bath, in resorts, aquaculture, etc. Geothermal power plant can be installed quickly. Biomass energy is another renewable energy which can replace the coal and petroleum-based energy. Biomass is the organic matter, produced by plants or animals, used as sources of energy. Most of the biomass is burned directly for heating, cooling and industrial purposes. Example: wood, crop residues, seeds, cattle dung, sewage, agricultural wastes, etc. Biofuels. Biofuels are obtained by the fermentation of biomass. Example: ethanol, methanol. Ethanol can be produced from the sugarcane. Its calorific value is less when compared to petrol, and produces much less heat than petrol. Methanol can be easily obtained from ethanol or sugar-containing plants. Its calorific value is also too low when compared to gasoline and diesel. Gasohol is a mixture of ethanol and gasoline. In India, trial is being carried out to use gasohol in cars and buses. Fuel cells are considered as an important biofuel. Fuel cells work like batteries, but they do not run down or need recharging. They produce electricity and heat as long as fuel is supplied. A fuel cell consists of anode and cathode sandwiched around an electrolyte. Fuel, such as hydrogen, is fed to the anode, and air is fed to the cathode. Types of fuel cells. 1. Polymer electrolyte membrane fuel cells. 2. Solid oxide fuel cells. A polymer electrolyte membrane fuel cell, or the proton exchange membrane fuel cell, PEMFC, consists of a water-based, acidic polymer membrane as its electrolyte, example tetrafluoroethylene. Anode and cathode are platinum-based. Hydrogen, the fuel, is bubbled through the anode compartment, where it is oxidized. The oxygen, oxidizer, is bubbled through the cathode compartment, where it is reduced. Hydrogen-oxygen PEM fuel cell. Hydrogen molecules dissociative adsorb at the anode and are oxidized to protons. Electrons travel through an external load resistance. Protons diffuse through the PEM under an electrochemical gradient to the cathode. Oxygen molecules adsorb at the cathode, are reduced and react with the protons to produce water. The product water is absorbed into the PEM, or evaporates into the gas streams at the anode and cathode. Sustainable Development Goal 7, 7 Sudanese pounds, which aims for affordable and clean energy, specifically targets increasing the share of renewable energy in the global energy mix. This includes ensuring universal access to affordable, reliable, and modern energy services. By 2030, the goal is to substantially increase the share of renewable energy in the global energy mix and double the global rate of improvement in energy efficiency.